like it, but I would like to just, if I could, have a few minutes to briefly go over what I think are, again, just as you said, Mr. Webster, I've come in over the last, this month being my 8th year, I think each year with a number of new course proposals, and I think over the years we're up to about 35 new courses that we offer to students. Now, it's true that not every year all of those courses run. I mean, we do have to make some hard decisions in the late spring and early summer to decide whether or not we should run a course due to enrollment and staffing issues. But by and large, a good number of those do run and continue to run. So for next year, what I'm hoping I can do is to get your approval as a committee for 10 new courses for 2011-12, and I would at the outset want to assure you, as I did last year when I came in with a pretty extensive list, that I believe we can make these offerings available to students with no additional staff, and that we can fund the resources for all of the courses within what I would consider to be what I'm going to label as the existing operating budget for the high school. Okay, textbooks, materials, instructional resources, things of that nature. The reason I can say that with a fair amount of confidence is that, particularly with elective courses, which a lot of these would be, but not all, they could be, for example, the advanced placement environmental science could be a student's core science course in their senior year, but for some students it might be an elective. It could be a fifth science, for example. But essentially when it's an elective, it means that a student is most likely, they're just not taking something else, so it's really a redistribution of staff. So that's why I think I can say to you with a fair amount of confidence that there's not the additional staffing required to implement these courses. So I have them labeled in the packet for you by department. So in the English department, I'm looking to add an advanced placement English language and composition course. We currently run and we will continue to offer the English literature and composition course. The focus obviously being on the study of advanced literature. This one is more rooted in writing, composition, and the study of the English language. So this would be an optional course for students. We would recommend that this be offered to students if they wanted to take it in place of the American Literature course in the junior year. So it would not be the U.S. history, for example, that we instituted a couple of years ago. That's not a course in place of the civics and government requirement, but this is a good example where a course could be taken in lieu of the required American Lit course. Also in the English department is an elective course for juniors and seniors, the literature and legacy of Shakespeare. A course in journalism in the English department. And the last one for the English department that I'm proposing and hoping to get your blessing on is a course in contemporary dramatic literature. We have not, in recent years, added an awful lot of electives in our English department. We've added a novel writing. I think that might be about it. So I'm really excited, the department's excited to be able to broaden the offerings in the English department with these 4 proposals. The computer programming course in the math department is really an upgrade. We had previously offered the C++ programming course except for this year. We made the decision last year that we would take the year to develop, I'm going to say, a broader, more current computer programming course that is not going to be rooted in only one computer programming language, but it's going to be open-ended. I did note in the course description and also on the supplemental document that I provided to the superintendent on the rationale for offering all of these courses is that their current languages, C#, Java might be 2 languages that we start with for next year. Also in the math department, a course in advanced placement statistics. You might remember that 3 years ago we introduced probability and statistics as an honors level course. It's been very popular. We've run between 2 and 4 sections of that. Sometimes approaching 100 students enrolled in probability and statistics. We feel there's a place for offering an advanced placement level course in that. And I should say that this becomes 2 of 4 advanced placement courses that I'm proposing to you, the English language composition being the first one. These are prescribed curriculum. We would go through the course audit process with the college. Teachers would need to do some professional development, but I've held off on enrolling them in that until we get, hopefully we get approval from them. In the science department, a course in advanced placement environmental science, we've seen an increase in our students' interest in the currently offered environmental science course, which would continue to run. We do offer advanced placement biology, chemistry, and physics. I happen to think, in some folks in the science department happen to agree with me. It's Shelley Kerrigan is the one that's willing to do the work to develop the advanced placement in environmental science course. That we think, I believe that there are students who are taking a number of science courses, but are taking the advanced placement level courses when their heart really isn't in that particular discipline, but want the rigor of the science course. So we think we need to expand the offering. Environmental science, in our belief, is a very contemporary field, career-oriented, interesting. So we think it's time for an advanced placement environmental science course to be offered. The next one in the science department, I put it on the list. It's really not a new course per se, but it's a course to upgrade our current biotechnology course, which is very popular. We run 5 sections of that this year. But we're looking to, the teacher, Mr. Wall, is looking to again, remaining current, go in more depth to the field of forensic science. We're looking at an adaptation of the course description and a change in the course title. So it's really not a new course per se, but really an upgrade of an existing course. In the social studies department, I'm proposing to you a course in advanced placement world history. Mr. Pinsopoulos, who we met earlier tonight, is the teacher that has, again, I probably should have said this earlier, but very often the teachers are coming to me with these proposals. It's not always the case. I do, sometimes seek out people to talk with them about a course proposal, but I would say it's more often the case that the teachers are coming to me and they're proposing to me something that they would like to offer. That is the case here with the AP World History. Mr. Pinsopoulos, in my opinion, he did an outstanding job tonight. He does an outstanding job of everything he does. Made a nice presentation tonight. He's very excited about the possibility of offering advanced placement world history next year to our junior and senior students as an elective course. And you'll see that the comment that for this one, it would not replace students taking civics and government. That is our required senior year course. The only course that gets replaced by is the advanced placement government and politics course, which is very similar in its content. The next course, I think, takes begs a minute for me to explain to you something of, I think, to be very innovative. 2 teachers and I, Carla Sullivan and Jason McIntosh, have met about this course. We're proposing a seminar-style course to be team taught by the 2 teachers, one English teacher and one social studies teacher, modern American cultural studies. We're proposing it to be taught in a college-level seminar-style course with a possible enrollment of up to 60 students in one class taught by the 2 teachers, and it would most likely take place in this room. We had a smart board installed over here to my right this past summer. We created this area as a learning seminar area. We're hoping that the student enrollment will generate enough interest that we could offer the course in the library as a team-taught concept with a lot kind of experimental kind of assessments for students. Mr. McIntosh has very much been excited about the idea of portfolio assessment, a year-long portfolio assessment for students. You'll see that that's in the course description. So it's really more of an experimental type of course than probably the others are. It's kind of interesting, I think. We do not have currently a team-taught class. We have co-taught classes for students with special needs, but we do not have a seminar-style co-taught class. So that's a little bit new for us. It's very new for us. The last class in the art department is an advanced graphic design course. Our current graphic design course, which we continue to be offered, is very popular with students. Graphic design is a huge career field. I think it's, again, keeping up with the kind of 21st century skills, which a lot of these, I think, speak to, is something that we feel in our art department might serve our students well. So we're hoping that for those students who demonstrate a particular interest in that field will have an opportunity to develop their graphic design skills by taking this over a 2-year period, graphic design being the first course and then advanced graphic design in the second year. So those are the course proposals, and hope I didn't go too quick. We have a long agenda too tonight, so I'm sure to answer any questions you may have.